Xanadu, Xanadu, Xanadu. To me, it's perfectly clear. It happens twice every year. And now it happened, my friend. Service now will let us upgrade again. Oh, let's all make some memories hearty here at the Xanadu after party. I hope you all got some wine and cheese to celebrate the Xanadu relief. Oh, yes, it's true. It's here for me and for you to make the world worth what we do. Remedies and use and do. Oh, it's true. It's here for me and for you. Ooh, Xanadu, Xanadu, Xanadu. Oh, it's true. It's here for me and for you. Ooh, Xanadu, Xanadu, Xanadu. Yes, the best time of the year. Ooh, it is a party in here. Everywhere, we shouldn't settle for less than the sound of happiness. Just like the sound of the birds, and to all of the happy nerds, we don't need an elaboration. Just join me in my celebration, because it is true. It's here for me and for you to make the world worth what we do. Enemies and use and do. Oh, it is true. It's here for me and for you. Ooh, Xanadu, Xanadu, Xanadu. Oh, it's true. It's here for me and for you. Ooh, Xanadu, Xanadu, Xanadu. Xanadu, Xanadu, Xanadu. Xanadu, Xanadu, Xanadu. Yes, the best time of the year. Ooh, it is a party in here. Everywhere, with new core developer tools, improved elementary rules. And it just can't be undone with better Gen AI for everyone. We don't need an elaboration. Just join me in my celebration, because it is true. It's here for me and for you to make the world worth what we do. Enemies and use and do. Oh, it is true. It's here for me and for you. Ooh, Xanadu, Xanadu, Xanadu. 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 So you should take this opportunity, learn more from the community, and from MVPs and rising stars. I promise that you will get far, and I could go on all night long. Too many features for this song. It is the top of innovation, so join me in my celebration, because it is true. It's here for me and for you to make the world worth what we do. Xanadu, Xanadu, Xanadu. Oh, it is true. Service now is for me and for you. Sun is shining and the sky is blue. Xanadu, Xanadu, Xanadu. Xanadu, Xanadu, Xanadu. Xanadu, Xanadu, Xanadu. Xanadu, Xanadu, Xanadu. Xanadu, Xanadu, Xanadu.
Xaname, Xanadu, Xanadu. Oh, hey everyone, you folks are here. Hi, welcome to After Party. My name is Pranav Bhagat, and joining me is Earl Duque, Senior Developer Advocate here at ServiceNow. We will be your host today. And we are also joined by two more dev advocates. Come up here. They're in the audience. Laura and Kristy, say hi. Hi. All right, now you can go back. We have a lot of fun things like this planned for you today, including the song that you just listed, Xanadu. It's catchy, right? And you know what? This song is created by our very own MVP Anders. Kudos to Anders. All right. Probably by now, you know we are here to celebrate the Xanadu. Okay, that was my last time doing it. Our biggest AI release. So let's talk about what we're gonna do today. We're gonna watch clips from the Xanadu keynote, play a game with our ServiceNow staff and MVPs, and then we'll watch some demos from our MVPs, which will be followed by a panel interview with them. Lastly, Earl and I will do an Ask Me Anything session. Sounds good, right? Awesome. And I was just reading a chat side by side, and I'm sure that you all are really, really excited about the Xanadu release. Thank you everyone for joining us live. As I mentioned, we'll be showing you the clips from the Xanadu release. So let's watch our first clip.
Welcome to the biggest ServiceNow AI release yet. You need action, AI, and data, and today we are here to deliver with hundreds of new platform features that put AI to work for people. Now, I'm gonna send y'all inside to show you exactly how that's done.
All right, that was just a trailer. You all heard it from Lauren, right? It's the biggest AI release. And we have hundreds of new features in the Xanadu release. So we'll be watching clips like this one from the Xanadu keynote, specifically focusing on the demos of these new features that Lauren just talked about. And if you haven't watched the keynote already, I highly, highly recommend you to check it out. You can find it the link at devlin.sn/Xanadu after party. Right. So let's kick off this after party with a fun game hosted by our very own Earl. Okay, over to you, Earl.
Nice. Before we actually get started, we do have some introductions in order. I am joined by three amazing people from our ServiceNow community and ServiceNow staff, but I don't want to steal their thunder. I don't want to introduce them for you. I want them to introduce themselves. So we'll go ahead and get started with Kartik.
Hey, good morning, everyone. My name is Kartik. I am a senior principal product manager at ServiceNow. I'm a part of the creator BU and specifically in the automation engine space. I'm really excited for the after party and the big fun that we're going to have today. Thank you.
Hi everyone, this is Mohit. I am working as a senior ServiceNow developer with Dell Technologies. I have around 9 years of experience in ServiceNow space, and I am a ServiceNow MVP. Thank you.
Hey guys, Shreya, Wani here. So I am working as a programmer analyst in Roche. I have been working with ServiceNow from the past three and a half years, and I am a MVP for this year and a rising star for the previous year.
Nice. Thank you. Again, thank you all three for joining us today, especially because thank you for joining and letting me make you play this game that we're about to play. Apparently is a challenging game, but I have confidence in you all because you had one whole day of extra study than our earlier live stream of this. So what we're going to be doing today is playing a game called Technically. And technically is the name of the game, but being pedantic and technical and correcting of each other is what we're going to be doing for this game. I will be your host today. I will say a factoid or a nice little excerpt from the Xanadu release notes, and it's our contestants on our screen. Their jobs to raise their hands and tell me in what ways can my statements be corrected, because being technically correct is the best kind of correct, and that's what we're aiming for today. Remember, contestants, please state all of your responses with the beginning phrase of technically. Like, technically, what you said isn't true because you can also do this. So we're all trying to be correcting of each other, and that's the point of the game. And as a reminder, correcting other people's corrections is highly encouraged. And without further ado, we'll go ahead and begin. So, first question. Let's start off with an easy one. We'll let me explain some things, and then I'll ask I'll say the prompt. But what part of it needs to be corrected is up to you. So the Now Assist skill kit, which is new in Xanadu, is a way for developers and admins to create new custom skills that utilize machine learning AI algorithms. Oh, I saw Shreya first. Go ahead.
Technically, a UI action can also be created automatically using the Now Assist skill.
That is true. Not what I was going for in the terms of correcting me. So I'll say the last part of my sentence again. Now Assist skill kit is a way for developers and admins to create new custom skills that utilize machine learning AI algorithms. And then I did see Mohit's raise their hand. So Mohit, do you want to try?
Technically, it is a way, it is there for the developers or admins to create skill kits, but that's not just utilizing the LLM algorithms. Like, you are basically using that to generate some summaries for your works, something like that.
Okay, I'll go ahead and I'll give you the point, Mohit, because you did start talking about LLMs in there. All of that. Oh, this is supposed to be the easy question. This is going to be interesting. Okay. I said it utilizes machine learning AI algorithms. Asteroid actually said in the chat the correct answer. It utilizes generative AI, not machine AI learning. Okay, we're going to go ahead and first point goes to Mohit, so that's great. Shout out to Selena in the background for taking the score. We'll move on to the next question. So the next question that I have is new in Xanadu. Activities in the activity stream on workspaces can now be tagged, similarly to the tagging feature we've known for records in the list view. Agents can set up tags through UI Builder and tag posts in real time. Oh, there's your hand. I couldn't see your hand in the virtual bag. Kartik, go ahead.
Yeah, I'm just trying to wave my hand around to see my own hand. I'm so sorry.
Oh, did you have an answer?
I do. Technically, I think this also came out in Washington before Xanadu, a part of it.
I believe it did indeed come out in Xanadu. So that's a good call out. That's a good try. Not what we were going for. What it particularly focused on this sentence: agents can set up tags through UI Builder and tag posts in real time. Shreya?
Technically, it is admins who can enable, customize, and edit tags.
That's correct. That is exactly what we were going for this. Technically, while agents can tag posts in real times, an admin is needed to set up the tags inside UI Builder specifically. So, yay! Good job, Shreya, for getting that point. All right. So the next question I have for you all, I just realized, did I ramp up the difficulty on this one, or did I mix it up and make hard questions first? Okay, we'll see what happens. Okay, so this is a meta question about the release notes in general. When you go to the Xanadu release notes, there are several different ways to view the updates, as the release notes are catered to your upgrade path. So, for example, you are able to see release notes for upgrading from Washington, D.C., Vancouver, or Utah. Mohit.
Technically, I believe it was there from a previous release, it did not just come in Xanadu. I think it is there from Utah, if I'm not wrong. That you can.
You are correct. That is true. Not a correcting statement for myself. Not, don't focus on the upgrade path idea, but I did. What else? It's more like what is the other ways to view update release notes? Okay. What? This was a silly question. I said there's basically what you could have said is that you can view release notes also based on product, not just upgrade path. That was the question. Okay, so we this is fun. This is fun for me because we are testing this game. We're trying to figure out different ways to engage audiences based off of release notes, because just talking about releases sometimes is not interesting enough. And so this is we want an engaging way to talk to people, and this might evolve into something that we do at developer meetups or at world forums or at knowledge on stage with people. We might have a rematch of this show with you three at the next time we all see each other. So we're testing out the waters. We're seeing how we do with these ones. But I'll go ahead and move on to that next question. So every release, Now Assist code generation gets a little bit better, even better, and gets access to newer, improved LLM models to assist in the code it generates. Previously, code with Now Assist was accessed by typing // and then your prompt, but in Xanadu, users instead use Control or Command Enter while writing their prompts.
Technically, that's true. That you have to use Command Enter or command based on your machine which you're using to use the generative AI for writing codes, but you need to have a specific role to do that. Not every user can do it.
You know, I will definitely give a point to that, because we were going for saying that you do need a role to be able to use this command. And you can't just I did say users instead use this, but Mohit, you're correct. You get a point for saying that no, you need a specific role for that to be able to access it. Shreya, what do you want to correct me, or one of us even
Yeah,
more on that?
technically the role is the Now Assist creator role.
Yeah, well, I'll give you a point for that, because we love being even more pedantic and correcting people even further and adding information on top of each other. There's actually a little bit more that can be corrected about what I was saying, if anybody wants to try. Okay, so what I was going for was I said in Xanadu, users instead use Control or Command plus Enter to enter their prompts. Technically, that is just the default way to do it now. Admins can set their system properties to utilize the // method still, if they so choose. Yep, that's.
Okay.
I know I'm making some of these a little bit hard, but that brings us to a good time to talk about this right now. And I think I need to be a little bit serious for about a moment, but hey, so. I know we're playing a fun little game to talk about this stuff, but if you're watching from home, we studied previous release notes on the Xanadu release. So it was all testing release notes, not even the general availability one. And you might be watching this way in advance, like days or weeks in advance. And we want you to know that we might already be technically wrong in any of these statements. So that's okay. Parts of the release notes may have changed, or a store release may have retroactively made us look like idiots, quite frankly, and misinformed. But that's where you jump in. Please go ahead and jump into the comments and say, technically, to us, to your heart's content. And all right, back to the game. I can't believe I still did that joke. That camera thing, so silly. Okay. But shout out to people in the chat that are getting the answers correctly too, and adding on to some of the stuff that we are saying. So kudos to the chat for correcting us in all of our corrections. We're supposed to be experts, everybody. All right, so the next prompt that I'm going to say is Many developers sing praise when dark modes are implemented into the UIs they use every day, mainly because dark themes enhance the usability in low light environments, reducing stuff like eye strain and increasing accessibility. New in Xanadu, admins can set UI Builder to be either light mode or dark mode for their instance. Kartik.
Looks like a snake trick that I'm trying to do. Yeah. Technically, your light mode and dark mode came way before Xanadu. Actually, I remember seeing that right in Washington for sure. So it's there. I think Xanadu it became mandatory for every product to adopt it, but a lot of products adopted it by Vancouver itself and Washington. The horizon of adoption increased, but I think by Xanadu everybody is a part of it.
You know, it's not what we were going for, but I will give you a point for that because I had such a long spiel about dark mode that it is good to add on that, like, hey, dark mode has existed on the system before, but we are focusing on UI Builder, which it is indeed new in Xanadu. Shreya, did you want to add to that?
Yeah, technically, I was going to talk about the next experience theme, which has a dark variant, which is like enabled by default and may not apply to all the other experiences.
You know, I'll give you another point for that, Shreya, too, because yes, indeed, there is a dark theme variant for next experience in there. But there's something I said about admins setting UI Builder to be either light mode or dark mode that I was hoping for someone to jump in on. Mohit, did you have something to add on? No, he's the slight head shake. No, I see. So, all Kartik correct, Shreya correct. All of those technically correct, and that's why I wanted to give you points for that. But technically, dark mode can be set by any UI Builder user individually, not per instance. So I said admins can set UI Builder to be either light mode or dark mode, when it's actually a user can choose which one they want. Cool, good job. I like when there's a chain of corrections, which is always fun to see. All right, next question. New in Xanadu, dynamic schema has been added to the global API for glide records. Dynamic schema allows users to organize and define metadata in a flexible schema instead of adding new columns to a table. Shreya.
It isn't actually. Technically, it wasn't just adding to the global API for glide records. It's actually added to glide aggregate as well.
Yes, that's very much what I was going for. That's a very specific piece inside of you have to go to like products and features, and then go to platform, and then go to like API, and then you have to look for the specific thing about dynamic schema, and then you have to drill down even further. And that in the release notes, yes, dynamic schema was not just added for glide records, but also glide aggregate. So another point to Shreya. Good job, Shreya. And then we'll go to the next question. I have two more questions. The brand new SDK allows users to create and develop scoped applications in source code locally in Visual Studio Code Desktop and utilizes a new domain-specific language called Fluent. Mohit.
Technically, SDK is not new. It was there in previous releases, though. So that's one way to correct it.
Yeah, that is correct. That is the SDK. I said it was new and a brand new thing. No, SDK existed before Xanadu, but in this, I'll stop there. I saw Kartik's hand. We'll go to Kartik.
Yeah, and I think Fluent is also not new. So Fluent's also been there, and the SDK has been there for I think at least 3-4 years. But no,
You know, I'll give you the point for saying how long the SDK has been around because that is a nice additional information to know that is correcting me. The Fluent inside ServiceNow's SDK is indeed new though. So I'll give you a point for part of your answer. And then Shreya, what do you want to add on to this?
Technically, it's not a brand new proprietary editor. It is actually based off of the Visual Studio Code.
Yeah, you just
which is
gave away that you saw the earlier stream. So no, not what I was going. I tricked you all for the people that were watching the stream. I changed I changed this prompt slightly to make it about something else. So I did mention when I read out the prompt that this is that the SDK is usable inside Visual Studio Code Desktop, which is a true statement. But what we were going for is that you could actually say the SDK is also available via the ServiceNow IDE, which utilizes the SDK. So that's what we were going for. So Shreya, unfortunately, you don't get a point for that one. I should dock you points for trying to go off of earlier answers. Just kidding. I'm kidding. Okay, so in this question, in the Tokyo release, ECMAScript 2021, also known as ES12, it was introduced in the ServiceNow platform. Shreya, you're not allowed to answer this one. Bringing a long-awaited updated form of JavaScript. In the Xanadu release for scoped applications that are configured to still use ES5 standards mode or compatibility mode, you can now elect to turn on ECMAScript 2021 for individual scripts. Mohit?
Technically, you can use it in any scope. I mean, it's not just for the scoped apps anymore. It is for the global apps also. You can enable this toggle where you can use the ECMAScript, and you can use it for any server-side script. So
that's correct. The main thing I was going for is that it's usable in the global scope too. Perfect. Okay, so that is the questions we want to do. We do have a nice big agenda, so I want to keep things moving. Selena is in the chat. She was keeping track of the score. Oh, we actually have a tie. We actually have a tie this time around. Earlier in the earlier stream, one MVP, Susan, actually scored like 7 points more than everybody else. But this time we have a tie between our two MVPs, Shreya and Mohit, both with 4 points, and Kartik, our staff member who should have known more answers, got 2 points. I'm just giving you a hard time, Kartik. No, that's great. You actually tied everybody else on the earlier stream too. So actually, this game can be difficult, but it really makes us think about these things. And I bet to you all, some of the things that we corrected each other, those things that you're going to remember for a long time, more than just reading the release notes. So hopefully some of this stuff gets stuck in our brains a little bit. Thank you for playing technically, and let's all give a congratulations to the 2-way tie of Shreya and Mohit. Yay! You are the biggest technical nerds out of all of us. Congratulations.
And thank you all for designing this pretty tough questions.
Okay, that next time we play this game, I know to make it a lot easier, because both streams commented that I made this game a little hard. So I'll be better about making better prompts next time. And then for the next, I think I'm doing the next clip. Is that right, Pranav? Yeah.
Yep.
All right. So I'm gonna play another clip, and then we'll move on with our program.
1,000 engineers, 5.3 million engineering hours, 16,000 stories completed, and more than 24,000 defects were fixed. Speed, scale, and data, that says it all. Complex data analyzed 27 times faster, easily processed at massive scale across any system or data source. Let's start with RaptorDB. RaptorDB is our new high-performance database, bringing you better overall performance, improving transaction times by up to 53%.
I think we are using these clips as commercial breaks, right? Anyway, thank you. Thank you all and the MVP participants for playing the game, and congratulations to Shreya and Mohit. All right, so the Xanadu keynote has several demos from the ServiceNow staff. So make sure you check out the keynote at devlink.sn/Xanadu after party. But after party, like in after party, what's more important is like to bring in the community perspective, right? So we asked our MVPs to do a demo because they are doing the same work exactly the way the community is doing, right? So let's show you all a demo from Mohit Kaushik, our amazing MVP from the community. Let's play the demo now.
Hi everyone, this is Mohit. I am a ServiceNow MVP. I have been there in ServiceNow space for over 9 years now. Today, I am here to give a demo on one of the coolest features of Now Assist, which came out in Xanadu release. I am talking about analytics generation. What we can do with analytics generation. With this feature, we have the ability to convert our thoughts into visualization, which means we can talk to Now Assist and can ask it to create a report or a chart or a list for us. So let's see how we can do that in our instance. We have to click on Now Assist icon. Let me pin this. Then we have to click on create a data visualization. Once we do that, it'll ask us the prompt which we are looking for. Let's start with something basic. List of active problems. And we have it. We have a few options. We can directly add it to the dashboard or we can view the details. Let's see what it gives in view details. So once we click on view details, we can see our condition which we have provided active true and we want a list on problems table. We have that with us. Now let's click on add to dashboard and it has been added to the dashboard. Okay, let's give it another try. For that, we have to reset our conversation. Let's try something difficult this time. Create a data visualization, number of incidents with reassignment count more than 1. Boom, we have that information. We can see the details. It gives us the conditions reassignment count more than 1. It is on the incident table and it is giving us the score here. Let's click on add to dashboard and we have this on our dashboard. Well, everyone is speaking about Gen AI and I do like it a lot, but I did like one more feature in Xanadu release, which is really helpful for the developers. You all must be aware of this, that we were having ECMAScript enabled only on scoped applications, but we can access that now in our global applications also. For example, let me just create a business rule. Let's click new. Click on advanced and let's go to the script section. Can you see here there is a toggle button which enables ECMAScript 2021 or ES12, which is available for global application scope also. We can disable it or we can enable it. Thank you.
All right. Thank you so much, Mohit, for showing us analytic generation, which is my personal favorite feature also, and also the ECMAScript 21. And now let's shift our focus to a panel interview with our guests. We have already met them, Kartik Lanka, Mohit Kaushik, and Shreya Wani, to have a real discussion about the Xanadu release and or any service now release. So I'm asking, so for people who are watching us live, if you have any question, please about the release, or if you want to ask something to our guest, feel free to drop your question in the chat, and we'll probably ask them this question. Okay. So, for my first question, this is for you, Karthik. Like, right, Xanadu is the biggest AI release yet, right? I remember the time, like a year back, I was pretty new to Gen AI stuff. So I and Earl were having discussions about Gen AI, and Earl had played with a lot of tools at that time, right? So I asked him, like, give me certain tools that will help my job easier. So he gave me a set of tools which I use it till now. So the question is to you is like, is there any specific tool, Gen AI tool, that you're using outside of ServiceNow? And or is there anything specific that you're using inside of ServiceNow? So what's your thought on it, Karthik?
Yeah, so of course, Gen AI has been the talk of the town, and without Gen AI, I think it is going to be quickly going to become a very redundant job for everyone. So, being a PM, I do use Gen AI heavily within ServiceNow itself, right? So there are various facets to what a PM does. So right from writing user stories to creating PRD documents, or to even do your user research with respect to what kind of feature makes sense and what doesn't make sense and how people are using the products. I use various different tools to assist me and get me information with respect to research and creation of either user stories and PIDs as well. Now that's what we I do on a day-to-day basis within ServiceNow and as my job. Outside of ServiceNow, maybe I do. On a personal note, no, I love this. There's a tool which helps me create cartoon characters for my son, who's actually writing comics. He's an 8-year-old kid, so he's writing comics, and it helps me understand, explain what the character looks like, and generate cartoon characters for him so that he can go and uh, complete his comics from his sets. He's written 4 volumes of a comic, so hopefully he should be able to do it himself one fine day.
Right. Thanks, Karthik. And I think I've also seen that tool. And Earl did a book previously, ABCD to ServiceNow, and he used Gen AI to generate a lot of images. So yeah, that's it. All right. So I'm going to ask Mohit. Mohit, I'm going to ask you the same question. Like, what are the different tools that you use, Gen AI tools that you use outside of ServiceNow? And I know you have already mentioned about analytic generation. So I think that's also your first personal favorite feature. So just tell us the tool that you, Gen AI tool that you like outside of ServiceNow.
Uh, yes, Pranav. So, I mean, apart from my work, I do like to help community, right? So, there I prefer to write articles. When I'm writing my article, when I've completed a draft, I do use Gen AI to articulate it, to use the heavy vocabulary, which I myself cannot think of, or make it grammatically correct. So, which makes my article look more good, more neat, and more user consumable. I use it to summarize it and articulate it mainly. And if I speak about using Gen AI in my service now, or in my day-to-day work, then I do use it to create JavaScript docs. When I'm writing a code, I use the Gen AI tools to create JS docs for me, which makes my code look better and gives a better understanding. Or if I have to understand someone else's code, then again I use Gen AI to summarize it for me and add the comments based on the logic which they have written, which gives me a better picture of what they have written, and it makes it more easy for me to understand and correct it if it is needed.
Amazing answer. Thanks, Mohit. And I use Gen AI a lot, like to summarize a lot of videos. Hey, Kristy in the back. So I use Gen AI summarization to summarize. Here's Lauren too, right? They won't let me speak for sure, right? Okay. So I use Gen AI summarization to summarize big videos and get like some crux out of it if I don't have time. All right. Thank you so much, Mohit and Karthik, for answering it. Let's watch our next clip, right? Let's play the clip.
Let me show you AI agents in action. This is Audrey, an experienced customer service expert. When Audrey starts her day in ServiceNow, she's presented with a summary of the work that she oversees, including ongoing cases and a live customer satisfaction score for her team. At the top of the screen, there's a summary of her case assignments. There's also a team of AI agents. These agents take care of the less engaging, repetitive tasks, freeing Audrey up to concentrate on more strategic work. As she begins her work, a card pops up with a timely case alert from an AI agent that needs her attention.
Awesome. So my next question is based on the clip, right? So Amy showed like AI agents, how AI agent can coexist with support agents, right? The human agent. So Shreya, I want to ask you this question, like what it means to support agent. Now they have support from the AI agents. So how they can utilize or like their free time for and when the AI agents are there, so how can they utilize the time they've got from all these things from the repetitive work? What's the benefit for them? What do you think about it?
Right. So about like 3 years back when I like started working with ServiceNow, there used to be a lot of incidents coming towards me, and I used to feel like okay, I have to like go through every single incident. I have to check through it, and I think at least for now, using generative AI, we have a lot of automation, and we can just like literally summarize those incidents, and we don't have to go through every single incident. So I think that for maybe like considering the AI agents, definitely there is like increased efficiency because AI agents then can now handle those mundane like repetitive tasks such as maybe like ticket categorization or like initial triaging. And that only like speeds up the response time but also ensures that human agents are freed up to focus on more complex and nuanced issues. So yeah, definitely I would say increased efficiency and much more free time.
Awesome. More coffee breaks, right, for agents?
Mhm. Right,
When, yeah.
right, right.
Anyway, that was a joke. Thank you, Shreya, for answering this. Now let's see another clip. I think that will probably be our last clip. Let's
It's
play
one
it.
click. Now Assist for Telco generates a complete summary of this outage for the agent. But to solve this issue, we need to run some diagnostic tests, which we can do directly from the ServiceNow platform. In this example, an important speed test fails. Now, the agent wants to know why, but they aren't the most technical person. And instead of waiting for a network engineer and slowing down the whole process, Now Assist is there to help. It translates complicated, machine-generated test results into easy-to-understand next steps, empowering agents at any skill level to resolve issues faster and with confidence. And when this case is resolved, Now Assist is there to help, automatically generating resolution notes. So in the future, we can deflect this case or automatically solve it using the same workflows.
Awesome. So I think you saw like a couple of things, like Alex mentioned about like using different types of AI tools, like the analysis capability that are there embedded in ServiceNow. My last question is more about like, what is your favorite feature from the Xanadu release? And I'm gonna ask everyone. So let's start with Karthik.
Well, my favorite release for feature would be case summarization for sure, and I do love a lot of RPA and automation engine features as well that are coming out. Not specifically for Gen AI though, which are slated for the future release in Yokohama, but there are a ton of RPA and automation center features for visualization and governance specific capabilities that are there for automations that somebody's building. Uh, so those are the features that I really like in this Xanadu release.
Awesome. What about you, Mohit?
Yeah, sorry, there was some problem with the mute. So as I mentioned already in my demo, I do like the analytics generation feature. That's really cool. But along with that, I have few more favorites. I did like the flow generation, which we can use Now in Xanadu with Now Assist, it can create a flow for us just by talking to it, which I believe gives a major advantage to the non-technical folks who can use it and create some basic flows. And apart from this, as I mentioned, ECMAScripts, that's really cool. I did like it that we can use it for our global scopes also now. Yeah.
Awesome. Three features, right? Thanks, Mohit. And Shreya, what is your favorite feature from the release?
Yes, so I'm loving all the features actually, but my personal favorite is definitely the catalog generation using Now Assist, and it's just like so simple. Like even the analyst or like citizen developers, they can just like go to it, write a prompt. Hey, I need a travel visa request. Add the way, like we don't need to also explain like variables. Just add in I need a start date, a end date, and that's it. It's generated, so you don't have to like put a lot of effort from our end, and it's just like quickly just add in a prompt and that's it, it's generated. So definitely one feature is that one, and second feature is also related to Now Assist only, which is code generation using Now Assist. And in that, it is also like similar to that, just like write very simple prompts, and we just have to be careful with the prompts, because if you like add a space into it, then it might generate some different code. If you don't add space to it, it might different generate different codes. So you just have to be careful with it. But yeah, like code generation for developers, it's, I think it's like the best thing.
All right. Thanks, Shreya. And I know that catalog generation is your favorite feature because when you showed at the Creator Con Pune event, your eyes popped out. So thank you. Thank you so much, like to Kartik, Mohit, Shreya for this panel interview. Thank you. You are all amazing. Now, let's, as I mentioned, right, like after party is focused on the MVPs or the community, right? So let's watch another demo from our very own Shreya Wani.
Hey guys, Shreya Vani here. I'm working as a ServiceNow developer in Roche, a former rising star and an MVP. Today I'm going to give you a quick demo on the Xanadu release Now Assist cool features. So let's dive into it. I'm going to start with what is analytics generation. In simple words, it enables developers to transform natural language into interactive analytics visualization through a conversational interface. So, for the purpose of this demo, I have created a Now Assist demo dashboard, which is an empty dashboard, and I'm going to just open Now Assist. Let's just pin it first. And here you can see that we can create a data visualization app, generate KB article, resolution notes, and even summarize a record. So I'm going to click on create a data visualization, and I'm going to send a prompt wherein I need to see number of problems created per quarter. And there you go. You have got a column chart visualization. Let's just add it to our dashboard and let's just expand it. So there you go. You can see all the problems which have got divided as per the quarter. Now for our next use case, I'm going to do it based on knowledge article. Now let me just reset the conversation and again create a data visualization, and I'm going to send a prompt wherein I want to see knowledge article by knowledge base as a pie chart. And there you go. Again, I'm going to add it to the dashboard and let's just resize this. And there you go. We have three knowledge bases and accordingly we have got the pie chart. Now for our next use case, I am going to see the list of all unassigned incidents which have been created today. Again, let's just reset the conversation, go to create a data visualization, and let's add a prompt. And there you go. Again, I'm going to add it to the dashboard and let's again resize it. So here you go. These are the incidents which have been created today and are unassigned. All right, so the next cool feature is catalog generation using Now Assist. So I have just opened up the catalog builder and we need to click on create a new catalog item. And we can see that there are about 8 steps in it, but that will be done all by Now Assist. I just need to select a catalog item template. I'm just going to select a standard one, and I'm going to click on use this template. Now, here is the panel for Now Assist. So basically what we need to do is we just need to add a prompt mentioning what kind of catalog item we want to generate with the different types of questions we want in it. So for the purpose of this demo, I have added a travel request visa form wherein we will be requiring few questions like what is the travel type, the start date, the passport number, country of birth, country traveling, and further questions. And accordingly, we are going to use Now Assist to generate our catalog item. And let's generate this with Now Assist. So Now Assist will be analyzing what is the prompt which we have added. It will be generating the different item details according to what questions we have added. And let's see what we get. So there you go. Here is the details of the catalog item, wherein we already have the item name, short description, and the item details. Let's go to the next. So this is the catalog item location. We will continue to the questions, and these are the questions. So which we have as travel type, start date, whatever the questions we had asked for. And from here, we can actually preview our catalog item, and we can also select in which view, which is portal, now mobile, or virtual agent. So we have here are the questions which we have added, and accordingly our catalog item will be generated. So I'm going to close this, and I'm going to continue to settings. So here we have the questions wherein if we be needing the hide attachment button or make attachment mandatory, I want to make this attachment mandatory, and I want to hide the save as draft button. I'm going to continue to access. Let's just keep this that way. Going to continue to fulfillment, and we need to select a flow. So for now, I'm going to select the service catalog item request and continue to review and submit. So here's our form, and let's submit it. So there we go. Our catalog item has been created within few minutes using Now Assist. And if we want, we can also check it right here. And there you go. We have this form, travel visa request form, which has been generated using Now Assist. So in this last part of the demo, I'm going to show you how we can summarize a record using Now Assist. So I've opened the Now Assist, and let's just click on summarize a record. And here I need to put any record number. For now, I have selected one incident. And there we go. We have got a quick summary of what that incident is actually about. If we go directly on the incident itself, we can see a prompt right here by Now Assist. We can summarize it here itself on the incident. So I'll click on summarize. And there you go. We have got the issue, the key actions taken, resolution, SLA, and affected CIs. This is kind of useful because when you have long kind of notes and activities involved, because which this incident has a lot of activities, this feature will be very much useful. So this is the last part of the demo. Thanks a lot, guys.
All right. Thank you, Shreya. And thank you, Shreya, for showing us all these demo. And I'd like to thank the panel again. Thank you, Kartik, Mohit, and Shreya for being here. And now I'll bring up on stage Earl Tukay to do an AMA.
Cool.
Hi.
Hi, everyone. Okay, so we pulled a bunch of questions, not just from the chat that's happening right now, but also from blog posts that we were talking about from previous, talking about this after party, talking about the keynote, and there's from various locations. So we do have some additional questions that we want to ask. We do see people asking about stuff in the chat, things like, what is the Now LLM even based off of? And you can go into the chat later to see what they're talking about there. But we really want to ask questions that are less just like go to the release notes or go to find out those questions, but more opinions from our guests to see what they think about different things. So one of the questions I wanted to ask, and we'll let anybody chime in with an answer if they want to, but one of the questions is like, so I'll give you a little bit of context for this question. With the generative AI evolving in all of our work, and it's kind of bridging the gap between technical and non-technical users. How do you see the roles of us technical people, us developers, evolving over time? Like, what does that mean for us as we see some of these things get a little bit easier and more people getting access to like development tasks and stuff like that?
I think I can add few things to it. So that's like initially, to be honest, like a year back or 2 years back, when I saw Gen AI is coming up, I had this question in my mind, like, will Gen AI take my job? Because I was not aware of like exactly what Gen AI was all about. But now, after playing with it like for for a year, for almost a year, I know one thing, like Gen AI is here to complement our job, right? It's not taking our job anywhere, right? It's giving us like, it's just helping us with our work. Like for example, like catalog generation is there, right? So catalog, we spend a lot of time building the same catalog items, right? With now says catalog generation, it saves a lot of time, so that people, developers can focus on more important stuff that's there. It can be doing a proper, building a proper architecture, or thinking about the security model for the organization and everything. So that we are just trying to like save. With Gen AI, I think like it's more about like saving the developers from doing stuff which is like, which doesn't add too much value, right? They can focus on stuff which adds a lot more value to the company, and help them out. So that's kind of my opinion about it. It's, in simple, it just complements their work, and it's like their personal assistant. Like ask Gen AI whatever they want to do. So that's there.
I often call it my personal assistant because I make it do a lot of assistant kind of things for me all the time. Um, Actually, I really like the example of what Kartik said earlier about you generating comic books with his kid and stuff like that. So I do want to ask, like, Shreya or Mohit, do you have any personal stories or anecdotes of where AI, not even just generative AI, but AI too, significantly like impacted your work or personal life in a positive way? Because it's just always fun to hear about those examples and use cases.
Yeah, well, definitely. I think everybody would relate to it. I use generative AI for like drafting my emails, maybe like creating presentations. I think like everyone would be
Yeah.
relating to it. So yeah, it definitely like just simplifies all the work task. And yeah, you just like enter the stuff, and then you use generative AI to make grammatically correct, or if there is any kind of mistakes, and it just corrects it out. So yeah, I think that is like the best use case you can use for using the generative AI.
Nice. And then I guess the last thing I did, unless Mohit, did you want to share anything?
Yeah, I just wanted to say that I resonate with Shreya. As I mentioned earlier, that I do use Gen AI to help me articulate my articles where I'm grammatically correct, and it's kind of summarized so that people can grasp more from it. And yeah, that's one thing where I use it mostly. And then yes, it does help in writing the emails or something where we want to mention our thoughts and we want to be more accurate and more correct. So yes, it does help over there.
Amazing. And I think that's the end of. We have reached the end of the art, like after party, and I want to give one big and huge thank you to our guests like Kartik, Shreya, and Mohit. Thank you for being here and joining us for the after party, and thank you for answering those tough prompt questions from Earl. And anyway, and now next one is like, I'd like to thank Earl for staying up this late. right? I don't know whether you folks know it or not, but it's like kind of like 4 or 5 a.m. for him, and he's staying up this late to help us with the stream. Thank you so much, Earl. You are the best. Thank you.
Thank you very much, Earl.
Yeah, thank you
Yeah,
all.
just
Thanks,
put thank you all in the comment section. And finally, I'd like to thank each and every one of you who's watching us live. I hope you enjoyed the after party. Make sure you check out the Xanadu keynote at devlink.sn/Xanadu after party and get connected. Thank you, everyone, and goodbye. Xanadu, 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 me, Xanadu you. Oh, I'll probably stop.